What's up, y'all? It's Teresa. I am proud to announce that I make my best videos on Sundays. I think that's just because on Sundays I'm able to like recharge, and with that being said, I get poured into and I'm able to create and deliver good content. So something was on my mind. I've had people ask me over the years, what's the difference between like being married and just dating, or what's the difference between being a wife and just being a girlfriend? And I've always had one or two things to say as like my opinion on it, but as I was writing in my journal tonight, I was able to come up with 5, and I was like, you know what, that's a good video. So the first thing at least that came to my mind was meals. As a wife, as Teresa being the wife to my husband, the meals are made with TLC. Like, it ain't a whole bunch of easy one pot, one pan meals going on here. Like, the meals are made with TLC. My husband's favorite meal that I create for him is a white chicken chili recipe, which is like 18 to 20 ingredients. That meal takes TLC. It takes like letting it simmer here and then pouring in this here, and like it literally takes time and attention, and it's made with love, because if you do something out of order or too fast, you might mess something up, and now you gotta redo that step. So it's really made with love. His favorite meal when I was his girlfriend was red chicken and potatoes. This is a 3 ingredient recipe. Like, it's chicken, red potatoes, and Italian dressing. That's it. I put that all together in a crock pot, and that's it. And it's super flavorful, but that was his favorite meal because that was something I cooked consistently. It was cheap and it was easy, and that's what you got. So my number 1 is going to be the meals that I prepare, you know, for you and for us to nourish our bodies. Number 2, oh, so for the whole meals thing, yeah, just know there's levels to this when it comes to women cooking. Number 2, as a wife, my husband gets a vote in the decisions that I make. As a girlfriend, boy, I'm gonna do me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna do me. Like, you might not be a fan of the decisions that I'm making, but you don't get to say so, because we're 2 individuals. As girlfriend and boyfriend, you're 2 different individuals. And granted, yes, you're individuals when you're married, but I believe that the two come together to be one when you're married. So any decision that I make affects you positively or negatively, and vice versa. So we really have to work together to make sure no decision that we're making is going to be harmful to the relationship or to the other person. So yeah, you get a say so when you my hubby, okay? Number 3, as a wife, I'm waiting up for my man to get home. Like, and granted, my man don't be out late like too much or anything like that, but for instance, if he's working or something like that, like, I'm gonna wait up, or even like wake up around the time that I know you're supposed to be coming home, so that way I can greet my man when he comes home, and make sure that he gets home safely. Granted, as a girlfriend, I wanted you to get home safely, but I wasn't waiting tooth and nail for you to get home safely. So for me, that's a big difference. We just locked in like that. We just locked in, like, where you at? Me and my husband, we share locations, so we know where each other is at all times. It's on the calendar. We put things on the calendar so that the other person knows where we are or what we got to do, which has been also like really great when it comes to time management and making sure that we have time for one another. I know if Justice is studying at a certain time, or he's in a studio at a certain time, that, hey, I can squeeze in this time with him before or after. So I love that aspect. Number 4, baby, as a wife, we join forces financially, okay? That's through all things we join forces. No matter what you're going through, no matter what I'm going through, like, we got each other. So if there's a situation where one of us ain't working and the other person is, you know, that might mean the other person need to pick up, you know, extra hours, whatever, to make sure that, you know, things get done. So we join forces financially. We combine bank accounts. You got my info, I got yours, all of that. There's complete transparency in the financials. As a girlfriend, yeah, no. Yeah, no. Everything is every bill that we have together as girlfriend and boyfriend is like split 50-50, because no, I think that sometimes you can get into a little bit of issues when you start doing too much financially for somebody that's not completely locked in with you. Like they have no they're not legally obligated for whatever financial decisions that you guys, you know, make together. So that's just my personal preference. If you do things differently, that's on you. But for me, for me, we join forces financially only if we are married, okay? So number five is a powerful one to me. As a wife, I will guide you through anything that you need when it comes to adulting. I'm a very resourceful person. I can always find the answer to something, and that's been a great trait that I've had since very young. And I'll guide you through it all. Like, oh, you don't know how to call and make payments, blah blah blah, let me help you. It's always a let me help you. I'm always there to help. But as a girlfriend, I'm more so like, I'm gonna send you the link and you can figure it out. But as a wife, it's important to me that, you know, like, you know and understand what you need to do, you know, at all times. And if there's any way for me to help you, even if I have to make some of the calls myself, I'm gonna do that, because at the end of the day, your success and my success is like one and one. So I can only do as well as I feel like I help my husband do. I hope that makes sense. But that's my perspective. I think there's a huge difference between my wifing characteristics and the girlfriend characteristics, and hopefully this helps some of you when people ask you those questions. Me and my husband, we have been married for 5 years, and we became adults at the same time, for real, as like getting engaged and getting married. So we really like learned all of this together. We do a lot to make sure that we keep our marriage in good health, but I do want it to be known that marriage is more than a piece of paper. It's not just a certificate. If it's just a piece of paper and certificate to you, I mean, that's fine, but for me, it's way more than that. Like, we're deep, we're locked in, for better or for worse, through sickness and in health, and all that like really means something to me. So I take my vows to heart. So, period. If you got something else that makes a difference between you being a wife versus you being a girlfriend, or you being a husband versus you being a boyfriend, please drop it in the comments, because I would love to know some different perspectives out there. However, I stand on everything that I said. All 5 things that I said, I stand on it, and I'm happy to make more videos about marriage, love, money, finances, and personal development for you. Thank you. Bye-bye.